Another day with us during our summer break, and I decided to get all 3 well child visits done.
Andrew.
That sounded like a really good idea until I was in the office. It was a bit of a mess, but I'm glad we got it done. So afterwards, I decided to reward my toddler for not having a meltdown during the doctor's visit with a trip to the Children's Museum in downtown Tacoma. I've been coming to this place since my oldest 2, who are 10 and 11, were little toddlers, and it's just a special place for our family. Not to mention, I actually used to work there when I was in school, and so I would always bring my kids with me to this museum, and it's just a really fun place. And this is a special place because it is actually pay as you will. So if you want to pay only $5 for your children to come here on any particular day, you can pay $5. You can pay $20, whatever you want to pay. And I think it's the only children's museum in our state that is structured that way, which is really cool.
Thank you so much.
Now, when my oldest 2 were toddlers, and my oldest 2 are Irish twins, so they were both in that age range at the same time, I was really good about getting them out to places like this, getting them socially engaged and all of that. I'm older now, and with my youngest, who's a toddler, and I'm 36, it's been harder for me. And he is the child that actually needs it most, I have realized. He needs the engagement. He needs the support with Soci Mosh and all of that a lot more than my older 2 did. And so I am trying to make it a point to get him into one social activity like this at least once a week in the community. He really seems to be into the water play. He will not come away from this area unless I force him. He accidentally splashed another little girl, which all the children here were splashing each other, right? But the parent of the little girl who got splashed kind of made a big deal about it, and she just cradled her baby like, "Oh my God, you splashed my baby." I apologized, and the other parents around were like, "Hey, it's a water play station. What do you expect?" Anyway, we still had a good time outside of that. I'm trying to get him to engage with other children in a social way. Right now, it's still giving very much parallel play, which can be normal under the age of 3, right? But I want to see him a little bit more tuned in. His brother came with us, but he's totally over this place. I mean, he's 10. This museum is a bit smaller than the hands-on children's museum in Olympia, which I'm going to make another video of my kids going to that museum, because there's just like triple the amount of playscapes in that particular museum. But this one will do because it's much closer to our house. So if we can't get down to Olympia, which is about 30 minutes away, I like to bring him here. And as I've said before, I am honing in on him because I'm seeing some issues with behavior that I didn't really see with the older 2. Nothing super duper concerning, but speech being one of them, pro-social behaviors. I want to see an improvement in those things, especially before we approach preschool. And so I'm having him evaluated, and but for now, I just want to keep pushing him to be social. Now, me and my kids had to run to Walmart after the museum because they needed gel blasters. Apparently, regular Nerf guns are not a thing anymore. Now they put Orbeez inside of the Nerf guns and shoot people with it. And apparently it's really painful, which I didn't realize until afterward. But here we are in the toy aisle trying to find the particular Nerf guns that use Orbeez as bullets. And they're just looking and looking. My toddler is only good for so long, so many outings, so I know he's a ticking time bomb right now as they're doing their little shopping. And yes, he did have a meltdown, which is why he was able to get a Sonic the Hedgehog toy. Now he's happy. We ended up going to Target because they couldn't find the particular Nerf gun that they wanted at Walmart, and they were certain that we would find it at Target, which I didn't mind. You know, summer break. I've got the time to do these things with them. So here we are entering the store, and we're going to see if they have what they're looking for. I came across all these learning books and flashcards and games for my toddler, or age appropriate for him, and they were just so cute. All these little scholastic things. I think I'm gonna go with getting him these Write and Wipe dry erase books. Now he's not very good at printing. We're just barely getting familiar with it, but I think this would help. This would be good for him, so I'm gonna grab some of these. They had so many things I wanted to get. It looks like my oldest two found where the Nerf guns are and all of the supplies that goes with it.
That's the one that Noah has. That's the one that Noah has. But I'm getting this one.
Before we go, I have got to get some things for dinner. Now, I do not grocery shop at Target. This is a place where I might get a little pack of gum or an energy drink. But they have these bao snacks that I've never seen before. I want to try them. I actually want to try them at a real restaurant. But my kids were like, let's try them. They have bao. So I was like, sure, we can grab some snacks out of the freezer section. And I needed a couple other things too. And I'm like, we're at a store, so let's just get what I need. I'm keeping it real simple for dinner tonight. Maybe some mashed potatoes, maybe some chicken. And I really feel like buying any grocery items is just a gamble at Target. Why? Because I had an incident where I used to buy milk and things like that at Target, and it actually was like rotten. Our groceries were like rancid. And so ever since then, I don't really trust Target's food grocery items like that. No offense. But, you know, hopefully the freezer section foods are okay. I also need some disinfectant and things to clean my bathroom because my bathroom is crying out to be cleaned right now. So we stopped by the cleaning section. These are really good for your toilet. Then we headed home. I'll see you next time. Bye.